Hey everybody, Steve Polkowski here, just giving everybody an update on what's happened with topping off in regards to the documents that were sent out earlier this week. So just so everyone's kind of on the same page on what we saw and what we were concerned with, there was two lines in those documents that kind of raised some red flags. And it all revolves around the issue of topping off and the two lines were if you choose to take Minnesota paid medical leave, you'll be paid directly from the state. The district will not allow you to use your district leave to top off to make your pay whole up to your normal pay amount. Basically, what this means is if, for instance, an employee were to take Minnesota paid medical leave, their salary would be paid at a percentage, which is all varies based on how much income you make. And so the idea is, in Education Minnesota's opinion, is if you have sick days available, you should be able to have access to those sick days to pay or to make yourself whole for the whole of your salary. So if you got 60%, you could cash in a half of a sick day to cover the extra 40%. So essentially, you're not missing any pay. And in our contract, we can only do half day increments, so we wouldn't be able to like fraction it down to like a 0.4 or whatever. So you'd only have the option to use a half a day. And the district is basically saying that it's up to them to decide whether or not we're going to be allowed to top off. So we've got differing opinions on whether or not we should be able to use our sick days to top off when we're on Minnesota paid medical leave. So our stance and our response. So like I said, Education Minnesota's belief that anything that is already in contract must be bargained. Okay, so basically anything that you would normally use a sick day for, that you're then use or then you're on Minnesota paid medical leave, you should be able to use the same sick days for the same instance because it's already defined in our contract. Okay, so basically, if you're on Minnesota paid medical leave and you would have been able to use your sick days, you should be able to top off to get your full salary. Anything undefined in our contract, we wouldn't be allowed to top off because it's not already there. For example, the big one on there is bonding time. Okay, so if you were to take bonding time to bond with a newborn child, you wouldn't be able to top off because that payout or that use of sick days isn't defined in our contract. So basically where we're at right now is we're going to be filing a grievance with a non-defined starting time. Basically, it's going to act as a placeholder for our union acknowledging that like, hey, we don't agree with this. And we intend to grieve it. Now, the reason that we're going to have a non-defined starting time is this is probably going to become a statewide issue. And so we kind of want to see how it plays out, statewide. I don't think it would benefit us necessarily to be the test pilot on whether or not we're going to be allowed to top off or not. So we're basically going to file a grievance saying we disagree with the district stance, but we're going to just kind of put it in a holding pattern for the time being. Okay. Um, in the meantime, in the video description below, or if you want to dig through your old emails, you can go ahead and sign the district acknowledgement regarding the documents that were sent out earlier this week, as the grievance will basically, shed light on the fact that we disagree with those two lines in the document. So, so yeah, you feel free to sign that document that states that we received that notice, and we're all good from a union standpoint there. And then if you have any questions about this, please feel free to talk to your building rep. And then if we need to, we'll compile a frequently asked questions document and send it out to members, if there's a common thread or a common number of questions that people are asking. So that's the update. Feel free to sign the acknowledgement, and I'll let you know if anything else happens.